Oh, okay, okay. Maybe, you know, like he already has it in mind when he's playing for Aura Fire. Okay, I made myself too fluffy. So like they already got what I think. I want to move to Evos. I think that's the play there for Fluffy, but we're going to the draft. So far, it's gonna be Joy much more respected for Coach Rance, and it makes sense. So far, Toss, I don't think he has made any kind of mistakes in that game, aside from that in the top lane. I think he played that actually quite well. If he can have played that, it could be a really huge outplay, but so far, Toss is playing really good with this Joy.
Yeah, I mean, very good, right? I mean, it was... He was unstoppable, he was uncatchable, basically, but now they switch sides here, so Evos will not be able to utilize that third or even fifth pick to surprise Geek Fam. Let's see what will they do now, seeing that they have the first pick. I think with this sort of bans, they might prio the Fredrin.
Paquito again.
What, Evos Legends?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Paquito is definitely still going to be the top priority here for Geek Fam. I'm not too sure. Do they want to leave the Claude open or the Uranus? Honestly, looking at Evos, yeah, no changes. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're still going exactly the same around as they did in game number 1 with Valentina, Kaja, and Natalia. Not just shutting a boy down, but also shutting Beloy down. Main point being Beloy. But with the 2-0 mid of Geek Fam already neutralized so early on in the draft, it does give Renz and his Shadow Analyst a really rough time to tackle this draft.
Oh man.
Has to be the Claude ban.
Yeah.
A punch for a punch.
No, okay.
Okay, they want to trade it then.
So do they want to go for the Uranus? Not gonna lie, man. The more I play Uranus at a high rank, I'm not the highest rank there, but like it got shred really easily by carry. I think that's the highest counter. It's not Dyroth, it's carry. I swear to God. The corrosive side is just so annoying. If you combine it with other slows, for example, Export or Yves, it just spells too much trouble for you.
That is a very good counter. We've seen it many times before as well. The carry just melts through Uranus like it's butter.
Ooh.
But here, as expected, it's going to be the Claude first pick. It's Brand's comfort pick. We've seen it a whole lot of times in Season 11 even. And now that the Claude is top prio, I don't think Evos Legends will shy away from picking up that comfort pick and prio pick for Evos. Arlet could definitely be a pick, but they go for the Fanny instead here. Already locking a jungler so early on. And I don't know. No Kaja up for grabs here. It seems like they're going for the Faramis. Yeah, and it should just be, there you go, locked in. Faramis.
Okay, so no Arlet here just yet. I really thought that Geek Fam will lock that, the Arlet out, but with Fanny and Faramis, the two Fs here, what are they looking for here? Because two heroes that isn't really good at synergy, where Faramis wants you to clump up, but Fanny wants to be independent, wants to go in out easily, so I wonder how it will unravel. Evos, though, with this Claude, a lot of options of approaches. What do you want to go for here? Kufrak is also a possibility, seeing the Fanny is already picked.
It's gonna be Croc and Katira, looks like. Croc is very popular, especially, I feel like Super Vin, every time there is a Faramis, it's an auto Croc, right? So I can maybe, you know, try to get some info coming in from BTR. One of the best teams in the MPL ID right now. So I like this approach, but oh man, like, see, like if this is the previous season, I would like this pick, but Blue right now it just doesn't shine as much as the previous seasons, man. Like it just doesn't hit the same. I don't know.
Yeah, even with the split, you're still very vulnerable in these team fights, and picking the glue up here means that there's going to be a whole lot of different picks banned out for Geek Fam. A lot of their comfort that they haven't even been able to utilize. And remember the keys to victory for Geek Fam. Get a comfort pick on Beloy. None of the glue's been picked with the Faramis and Fanny. And the ban towards Franco. It seems like Beloy might not be able to get any of his picks. Kufra might be another ban coming through next. And then they're just going to nail Beloy down.
Sniper ready.
I don't think Kufra is the right choice here for Beloy as well, because it's a Grok, it's a Kadira, it's not going to work well with the Tyrant's Revenge and Rage. You can be easily countered, easily CC immune by all the skills coming in from both both of these heroes. But what are the options left for roaming area here? Or maybe they just want to buff up Nile with some healing, maybe with Angela, which I don't really like to because you're up against a Grok and a Kadita, which can punish you quite easily. So Florin, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Florin is a good option here for Beloy, considering that, yeah, you have two roamers, you have two healers rather, one with Faramis, one with Florian that is global healing. So it doesn't matter if Fanny is upstairs, downstairs, mid, jungle, you will be able to just heal him up. And let's see here, will Evos Legends pick that up, right? I mean, going up against a healer, it's going to be very tricky, but no, they will opt for another Harith man here from the side of White Tigers.
Oh, gold lane option available.
Gold lane option.
Carry. It's the only one is carry,
Carry
right?
Beatrix, technically. I mean, the Beatrix can be a pickup here for the side of Geek Fam as well. The carry is a bit safer. No, carry isn't a bit safer. I mean, technically, if you go for the Purify, it is safer. But that early game against a Kadita and a Claude, plus the Grok as well in these team fights, it's going to be really hard to pull off.
I mean, very,
unless
yeah, okay.
they go for the Diggy as a roamer, last pick.
Ooh, Diggy, that is a possibility. I mean, it's very rare thing to see Beatrix with a Purify, right? I mean, I don't think we have ever seen it.
No.
So,
What?
Wait.
Beloy Cho?
Beloy Cho going up against Kadita and Grok.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think this is just specifically trying to counter brands, I guess, but if they want to counter brands, I think Minotaur would work better, especially with Kadita too. So I think he wants to go more of a pick-off composition, but Evos, I think they're gonna opt to go for a Mortis, I guess, because there's just way too much CC, too much slow coming in. The Mortal Coil is gonna work well against the Fanning too. The cable is gonna be stopped. Maybe
Another good choice would be the Fredrin in the jungle. But they do go for the Mortis. Oh,
and Ruby.
And the Ruby already providing good peel for the back as well. And it's gonna be the Wanwan. Not for Chidera, it's for Marquis. Here in this game, I'm a big fan of Wanwan for Marquis, especially up against the Kadita and the Grok, but not so much the Cho for Beloy.
Oh man. I'm not really convinced with the Fanny just yet. Just a reminder that Fanny's almost banned in every game in MPL. Actually, highest ban rate MPL ID so far in Season 12. This time around, Nile gets the chance to showcase his skills on these highly mechanical heroes and prove he's one of the junglers that's gonna be feared in the next few seasons.
We'll see if it can work out here for Evos Legends. It seems like they have the more concise, the more precise draft to deal, or to do, execute the winning condition that they have. Meanwhile, for Geek Fam, it kinda is all around the place. They want to pick off, but they want a team fight, but they want to have lane priority while also denying picks away from Evos.
Just all over the place. Probably that's the plan there, just controlled chaos, as you a lot of times said, Mirko. Maybe, you know, now it's just gonna do work on its own. So interesting choice here, Festival of Blood for Nile, even though Fanny is more of a burst and run hero. He's going for more sustain, but we're gonna see if that's gonna work out in this game for Evos versus Geek Fam. So far, Quantum Charge for Glue?
Okay.
Excuse me?
We'll see how this works out, man. Again, Quantum Charge, they're not just experimenting in the drafts, they're experimenting here as well with the emblems and the talents. Experiments with Lethal Ignition, this Weakness Finder for Wanwan. Nothing too crazy, but Nile here. Festival of Blood, no Master Assassin with the Rupture as well. No Season Hunter, he's trying to play the long game on this Fanny.
Marky, pull yourself together. So he's going for more Inspire. I like that. That's very specific, but 1-1. Every time he's going for the crossbow attack, the Inspire is very, very important because that's one of the ways to burst down all the beefy frontliners here, especially Grok with a lot of physical defense. You're gonna be able to burst down the frontliners first if you want to burst down the backliners. But backliners here is gonna be maybe handled by Nile or Beloyski. Let's see, though, if this synergy, quote-unquote synergy or unsynergy from Geek Fam is gonna work.
I gotta say, your team is very creative. Take us to the Land of Dawn.
Game number 2 for Evos versus Geek Fam.
And
Let's
here
see.
Brands is on the Purify, so you can already see a big difference here. I don't think he's going to be able to push the tempo as much as he did in game number 1. He's going to be quite passive, especially considering he's up against Marky with that pull yourself together on that Inspire. A little calculation might actually be the end of Brands in this lane if he's not careful, if he doesn't calculate fast enough.
I mean, in a sense, it does make sense, right? With Purify, why? What is your goal? It's just to deflect the Wave Dragon and potentially the Jet Kundo. So now Beloyski can't really target the gold lane.
Especially with that Blazing Duet, it's going to be executed, especially in the late game, because it's going to be very vital for you to be able to deal damage towards the backline with that Blazing Duet, because that's the only time where Claude's going to be really, really effective. But it looks like Nile wants a blood here.
Yeah, it seems like now will go up upstairs. Oh, misses the cable there. Brands with the juke as well. No first blood just yet on the board. But now,
wow.
my God, Dream's trying to cover. Marky, Beloyski will jump in. Oh, good at BMI there. Beloyski now taking a lot of damage. Oh, take a look at the damage. Take a look at the peel coming from Beloyski. Still surviving, though. Again, no first bloods on the board just yet.
I think it's kind of evident, right? Nile is still having the jitters. Because so far in MPL ID Season 12, there's been a lot of mistakes that this guy made, especially in the assassin part. He thought he can burst down some heroes, but a lot of misplay, a lot of miscalculation, and a lot of underestimation towards the opponent. As Brian is going to freeze the lane towards his advantage.
Yeah, when you miss your cables, you lose a lot of your energy. And that's what we saw from Nile. The reason he wasn't able to find that cutthroat towards the end was because he just did not have enough energy to pull it off. And now it just gives Evo's Legends much more of space to go and control the neutral objective. But it doesn't change the fact that they're still on it.
Oh, Jet Kundo flicker on towards one, on towards Fluffy, not the real right target. Alter popped. Bringing Geek Family to too low. Now Luke pops the split, mounting Fluffy. Take a look at the turtle now, taken control by Nile, but now Luke quite isolated. Will not be committed just yet, though. In the front side, take a look at that. A boy, though, gets the turtle. Beloyski now. Low will be taken down. Both roamers taken out. It's a boy of the teams now. Look for a disengage. It's a 1-for-1, 1-for-2 rather. Geek Fam wins it.
Very, very messy coming in from Geek Fam, especially the engage coming in from Beloy. That was a weird pathing for Chao user. Usually just want to go for a flicker when you're out of your vision from your opponent. And it just goes all the way to the back, to the red buff even, and gets Fluffy out of all people there.
It was a big pick-off here from Geek Fam. The way that they were able to displace or pace themselves in that team fight, using the Cole Alter to again slow it down to a tempo that Geek Fam just strives in. That's something that they need to keep on noting down. But up top, Beloy's walking up real deep into the enemy territory. Good steal from Nile as well. So even though there was a big fail early on, he's able to recuperate, and the jitters are slowly but surely going away.
Have you ever seen Beloyski pulling off like a lot of recalls, a lot of TPs just to trigger the opponent? I think, this is the first time Marky. Almost.
Oh, what? Brands came back with a BMI onto us, a BMI. And that's Marky saying, thank you very much, I'm going to pick up the kill.
That is just giving a free kill towards the opponent. I guess like he's not fully up on his form, but in the bot lane, it's going to be another kill for Evos Legends, but I'm still very much baffled on what happened with Brands there.
Evos cutthroat, Nile finding the kill. Oh, Kundo finding Brands there, but not enough follow-up damage. The Fairness wasn't able to kill him up just yet. And now it's a re-engage. Fluffy and Taz. Take a look at Dreams as well. Beloyski taken out by Taz as a boy now, forced to use the Purify. Will he be able to escape this time? Yes. Nile dealing out damage, not enough though, as it was in that previous fight, a 1-for-1.
I'm still trying to find words to describe what happened. But right now, I think Evos has definitely the advantage towards the turtle area, and 5 men already. Nile is gonna work for a miracle here.
Let's see. Turtle will be taken comfort, but take a look at the KTC loop will be taken out. Take a look at Ruby finding 2. Crossbow Tang, not enough damage just yet though. Voloisky taken out by Taz. Now finds a kill, but Bronze will take down Fanny. As at the end of the day, it was Evos still standing 5 as 4 men taken out from the side of Geek Fam.
Good recovery there from Evos Legends. They still have the upper hand when it comes down to neutral objectives, and I think Geek Fam just completely failed to understand what their composition was built for. They have a gold lead. Well, now they had a gold lead into that turtle. But guess what? They still do not have more pressure when it comes down to these neutral objective battles. Their composition is built around these pickoffs around the map. If they're able to isolate members from Evos Legends and take them down like that. The fact that they still took... a 5v5 in the neutral objective place with a river pit. It's just Geek Fam playing into Evos Legends winning condition.
Oh man, I gotta say, man, so far this Fanny has been very, very underwhelming, especially in that last instance. You can see, I believe it was Fluffy using the flicker very, very low, but he instead go for a cutthroat towards one of the members of Evos that has a lot of HP in the front line, which is... This is not an MPL level Fanny, I would say, but it could be the jitters.
Okay. Bold statement there. But we're seeing the audience prediction here rise up for Geek Fam, actually. 38% now, presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G. And I think you're kind of right? I mean, looking at the way Nile has been playing, he hasn't been making his own decisions. It really feels like he's just an arm, and below is the head, below is the brain. Whenever Boy goes out, never mind, there you go. He takes Brands down. Trying to curse you, trying to prove you wrong, Sheffin.
Okay, there you go. The isolation that you said, Mirko. They need to go for this more often than a proper 5v5 team fight. Voloisky.
This is the flicker, but take a look at the 5v4. Well, 4v4 technically. Voloisky gets taken out first. As, oh my god, Luke survives that one with the flicker. Luke mounting nobody just yet here as Nile finds the back line. Ooh, good slide there, Fluffy surviving that one, but crossbow Tang again will not be enough damage just yet to take anyone down.
Wow, okay, so that's a not even a W for Geek Fam. Voloisky just looks like the plan for increasing his hero pool has not come to fruition just yet. And I still think you should go for a lot more chow picks, because the only time you get more practices, a real practices in an actual game, just like you have to be back to your old mechanics.
I think so too. Giving him a bit more time to learn the chow, but against Evos Legends, I don't think it's the right time to be picking up a hero as tough as this, because Evos Legends, they took the complete opposite route. If Cho is a very high mechanical hero, they've gone for the Martis, they've gone for the Grok, just the click heroes, the go-in heroes, right? And it's very easy to execute for Evos Legends. That gives them much more space for the macro game. They can think about what they're doing a lot more. They can think about how they approach every single team fight a lot better. And that's what has been giving Evos Legends the edge. These neutral objective battles, these team fights where they're forcing Geek Fam to clump up, when they're forcing Geek Fam to take a 4v4 or even a 5v5, and ultimately winning it in these team fights to take back the gold lead.
Let's see here, Dreams. Hold. No clear damage just yet, though. There you go. The cutthroat does come through. Take a look at the backside. Only just trading skills and trading resources, seems like.
I don't think we've talked about the Ruby pick enough, man. Like, so far, this has been like one of the unsung heroes for Evos, especially in the late game. I expect, right, an engage coming in from Voloisky and gets cancelled right away from one of the members from Evos, either Fluffy or Dreams with the second skill, or maybe with the I'm Offended or the Wild Charge. It's going to be very, very handy to be able to bail Hijime or maybe Brands out of death.
I think looking at Evos Legends, the way that they're pacing themselves now is also just really through their win conditions. I think they have finally understood it again. They're starting to send Dreams down with Brands and stopping this isolation from Geek Fam, stopping the pickoff game from Geek Fam. They're no longer letting these vulnerable targets on their team in the side lanes alone. And you can see that it's working. Evos Legends, with the slow-paced gameplay and with the deny of the pickoff strat from Geek Fam, are able to completely take control of the game. They don't need to invade right now. All they need to do is to get their carries to a spot where they can carry, and then the invades will happen.
0-4-1 for Poloisky, and also 0-2-3 for Luke. Luke has not been playing quite well in this match, but I gotta say, I think he's done all he can as a glue, because I gotta say, man, the upsides or the ceiling of a glue in this match is just not much. The movement speed boost is not there, and you can't really catch up with that slam pass combo, especially with a lot of high mobility heroes and CC immune like Mortis.
I mean, now looking at the map though, it's the control of the Fanny, right? He is able to push the minions out, but let's see who will pull the trigger first.
I don't think there's going to be a trigger to pull right now for both teams. Geek fam are waiting for an isolated pickoff, and there it is!
Yeah, finding one. With Dragon Dreams very low, but still surviving that one. Taz, though, now isolated in the front side. Crossbow, but Tang will not be able to take him down just yet. Marky finds the down. It's a 2-4-1, 2-4-2 now. As it Dreams, Taz, Poloisky, and Marky will be taken out of the board. So no jungler for both teams.
Nile is still up, Nile is still up, but I don't think a Fanny, a glue, is very, very capable of doing a lord, especially when you're up against a lot of burst damage coming in from Fluffy and Hijumin with lethal ignition, also Petrify. What's the plan here for Geek Fam? Or this might be the plan. Oh my goodness, what a play! Okay, he's proving me wrong right now. Oh, he can hear me for sure.
Easy for Nile, he says, as he proves you wrong, Sheffin. Absolutely styling and getting a solo kill. The mechanical prowess was definitely displayed there, dodging away from the Petrify and coming back to slay Hijume, utilizing the isolation and utilizing that killing spree well to get out as well. Now with the Hunter Strike, he's all the way up top. He is giving Geek Fam, the other members, a tough job though, because now they're going to have to cycle through, forcing the Lord dance as he clears out that top side to get that turret down.
So the reset is not there from the barrier from the Grok, but I don't think Geek Fam wants to take this. They just want to bait or maybe just buy time for Nile. There's a conceal play.
See.
Crossbow
Tang does enough damage now. Oh boy, we'll find the kill. 2 man taken out by Evos as Geek Fam. Minute 12, they're looking to claim more control with 2 man taken out. It's surely Lords for Geek Fam.
Surely, right? Surely, but Toss is still there with the Retribution. Also, the Mortal Coil, a lot of CC immune that can get him the Lord. And Toss is very, very capable on his Retro as well.
It comes down to the power spike, I believe, for Geek Fam, right? Because they were waiting for a point where they can finally turn it around and come back into the game. And it comes through Marky. The main reason they've been completely outclassed, I would say, in these neutral objective battles, in these team fights, is the fact that their gold laner, their marksman, just wasn't able to really melt anyone down. Now with the Malefic Roar bot, he has a lot more to say. He can melt down even the tankiest member from Evos Legends. We saw that Taz in the front just got completely melted by a crossbow Tang. Though it didn't kill him, it got him low enough for the Fanny to deal the finishing blow.
It looks like mid turret is going to be very, very low here for Kiko. Oh my goodness. Poloisky going in. Oh, another one.
Yeah, Council Petrify comes through. Cold Alter now forced to be popped. Take a look at the front side. Gets taken out by Glook. And now it's a collapse. Glook now mounting 1. Dreams though has Immortal. Oh, that might be a mistake.
Oh my God.
Will lose his Immortal.
No way.
As now finds the kill on towards Taz. This is not good. As Evos are still defending from the Lord.
Oh man, the immortality play is just so clutch. This is an EXP laner we're talking about. This is not a jungler, not a gold laner, but we're gonna see Geek Fam trying to end the game.
We might see a game 3, ladies and gentlemen, as now Dreams trying desperately in the front side. Oh my God, Fluffy finds a double. Let's see, is that enough? A boy finds a killing spree as well. Lord taken out. But again, not enough firepower for Geek Fam to end the game. Tier base turret number 1. Top side taken out, but again, no base correct just yet.
Remember, man, remember Evos versus RRQ. Evos defended the base like a madman, and they're doing it again, even though it's not really that, it's not that impactful in the playoffs, but don't forget also, use your head and shoulders to get your Dendroff away.
Check it out, go ahead. As right now, it does seem like Geek Fam are utilizing the head and shoulders got taught Kachao, because what Kachao means is basically chaotic. Geek Fam are living through the chaos, are thriving through the chaos. Unfortunately for them, though, the reason they weren't able to end was because also it was a bit too chaotic. Fluffy, being an Aura Fire before, he understands how to go up against this as well. He understands completely when to go in, and he was able to capitalize, getting a double kill to save the game. But let's take a look back at the items here for Wanwan. Marky is going to be the prime member that Evos Legends are looking to take off before the team fight even starts. Now that he's already building, wow, with another... Well, I'm curious to see what he actually goes for here. Is he going for a Haas Claws into the end? I'm not too sure if that's what he's going for here, but with the nature built up and the Wind Talker, it's already enough survivability and mobility to add on to the fact that he already can shred through the frontliners for the side of Evos Legends. He changes it up. That's why it looked really weird. He goes for the Magic Blade instead, and this is more like it. He's going to respect the damage coming in, the only magic damage coming in from the Kadira.
It looks like the agenda of Beloy-centric is gone. Beloy being the weakest sling objectively in this match. 066 so far has not been having any impact, but looks like maybe one here.
Oh, a montage there. Wave Dragon, take a look at the damage now. Dreams will not be able to soak that much damage. Marky pausing Wind of Nature, but take a look at the wall charge from the side of Fluffy. Now jumps in towards Hijume. Almost takes him down as Hijume tries to take a look at the cover. Now gets taken out. Athena shields blocked by most of the players as a 2v1 now.
Okay, Toss is a bit offside there, trying to get another crossbow of tank, but it's still in cooldown. But that was unfortunate from Nile, but also a really good trap by Fluffy with the barrier. But right now, no jungler for Geek Fam. They can't really utilize this, but Toss might be going down here.
Oh my god, Taz now committed, loses his immortal. Now take a look at the wall charge on towards Marty. Gets taken out by the true damage of the Martis. And now it's all Geek Fam retreating. Luke finding one, a good mount there, good payback. And now they're overstaying. Luke gets taken out. Geek Fam still somehow surviving.
It's a stalemate. It's a complete stalemate in the 17th minute of game number 2. Geek Fam versus Evos Legends with Taz down and Nile up. But with Marky down, there's no one there who can actually try to threat the Lord take. Geek Fam can't do it. They don't have a DPS dealer. Evos have the DPS, but they don't have the Executor. So for both teams, they're now just going to go back and reset and set up again for another big team fight that might end up like this consistently. Just 2 for 2s, ultimately ending in a complete stalemate.
So we can see here the damage dealt by a boy. 100k so far this game, almost doubling down Marky with the second place as a DPS. Makes sense though, it's a lot of poke coming in from Veramis, but he's been having quite the perfect game, I would say. I believe he hasn't died yet as a Veramis, also with the Purify too. A lot of clutch plays, a lot of clutch covers from a boy towards a lot of members of Geek Fam. But might be Lord Dance after this, but Niles just gonna try to split and try to find a way to make this team fight towards the advantage of Geek Fam with 4v5.
That's incredible value already. Oh, Beloy goes in.
Oh, boom, bang, bada bing, on towards Dreams now. Still has Immortal though. Will lose. Oh my god, a huge Petrify. But Dreams will not be able to survive that one. Nile finds the kill. Halt Altar popped from the side of Geek Fam. 5v4, will they come in again? And Brands, a quarter of HP. Good cutthroat. Lord taken out by the side of Geek Fam. Evos, they need to defend this.
Showing more than signs of life from Geek Fam. 70-15 so far from that kill department. Only 4k gold lead. And I think if you want to win the game, you have to win the game right now because this fan is gonna fall off quite a lot in this late game.
20 seconds for Dreams to respawn. The power spike for Geek Fam is here already. Nile as well. He had to juggle some items, but now he's back to full items, and they're looking for the end with this Evolved Lord. 3 mini waves crashing.
Oh, Belorski overextended, lose his Immortal. Hijume gets taken out though. Take a look at the collapse. Geek Fam, we might see a game 3 now. Let's see. It's a 4v3. Toss taken out. The base is cracked open. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game 3.
We have a game 3 on our hands, courtesy of Nile proving me wrong on his Fanny multiple times over and over again. Not a really good showing from Beloy though, but as long as you get the W, as long as you get the series going, as long as you equalize and having more chance, it's a-okay. We're going to Game 3 for more chances of Geek Fam getting the first win in this season.
What an absolutely phenomenal performance from Geek Fam.